Hello everyone, this is Joe, Four Soft Corners here, and for today's video, I'm going to show off some eBay pickups. I have 12 cards I got in. More specifically, they're from Greg Morris Cards. I'll get into that more in a little bit because I'm sure there's some divided opinions on that, but so I had a eBay gift card left over from my birthday and managed to keep it for about 3 weeks or so actually till I ended up spending it, and I was looking at some maybe one like bigger single card purchase, but then I also wanted to pick up some stuff for my sets, especially 1953 Topps, so that's what I ended up doing then. First I just want to show one card I ended up finding. This past weekend, was at my parents' house. We ended up having to push back celebrating Christmas till last weekend. And while there, I'd showed off before some of my childhood cards that I thought were lost that my dad found a little box of. So mostly everything was gone, but then I found another box with a couple not as fancy of a cheese box as Shane Shoebox Legends has, but just some, older just cardboard cheese boxes that were filled with cards that has like 90 Donruss and 91 Topps and stuff like that in. So still happy to find them, still stuff I'm gonna go through then and look at. But so my brother also used to collect cards, and he had so some cards there, and at first he grabbed and said he was gonna take them just to look at them and everything like that, but then I think he kind of saw like I thought maybe the look on my face, like kind of sad that he actually wanted them, and then he just said, he's like, oh, you're gonna get a lot more joy out of these, so just take them. So I mean, nothing huge, just some binders, and then there's a box of a bunch of mixed cards, and never collected anything vintage. I mean, a lot of it was just early 90s stuff, but this I found it was one time glued in something, so it was stuck to the back of another card, so I'm not exactly sure where this came from or how I picked it up, but I'm happy to have this now. This is my first postcard, and I mean, I'm assuming, just basing it off the year, I don't know other ways to decipher these, but I'm assuming this is a 61 post serial card. You can see it was taped, and then also at one point glued into something, and the creasing and everything, but still really happy to just randomly find my first postcard of a Hall of Famer too, in Don Drysdale. So just wanted to show that off. And now for the pickups. 12 cards overall. 9 of these are from 53 Topps. This is by far the worst condition one. Is Eddie Robinson. So like I said, I know there's going to be mixed opinions on Greg Morris cards. To me, if you're buying a card, it's like a bigger card at all. This is a Tommy Glaviano. I have 3 cards in a row here, which are Phillies, which I'm kind of surprised I didn't have yet, just because a lot of times I end up trying to pick these up first for sets. But so if you're buying, like, looking at anything that is a more substantial card, I mean, just in general, even for commons and stuff, you're gonna pay a premium, just because of the name recognition of the site and everything like that. But I mean, in my opinion, if it's Ken Heintzelman, you kind of know what you're gonna get. I mean, they're raw cards, but I mean, if it says it's VGEX or EXEX bin, it's most likely gonna be that condition when you get it. And even most times, so I believe it's Friday nights, Howie Fox is where everything is more so on the lower end. That's some sets set breaks that are more so in the lower end and are usually a lot of them just classified as low grade or fillers. And but I mean, overall, I think that's what all these were for one reason or another. And I mean, to me, these fit perfect in my collection. I mean, I know if you're looking for everything in like stuff that would grade a 4 or 5 and that's what you want, I mean, I know you want to look for more than that. But here's Carl Scheib. Like I said, I feel like this one still said off grade or low end or something like that. And I mean, the edges are a little rough, but overall, I mean, this is a pretty sharp card. Here, I'll show. Sorry, this one's a high number, Ed O'Brien. Yeah, I mean, so I like it for if you're picking stuff up for sets, especially in lower grade like this where you're not paying a huge premium. I mean, most of these, the high number I think was like $5, $5 or $6, and then all the other ones I showed before that I think were 2 or less. And then these next 3, I mean, 2 of them are, you know, more stars, and then this is a, you know, Dodgers card, so there's usually a little bit of a premium. I think all these were between $8 or $10 a piece, roughly. So I mean, not bad prices, I don't think. And like I said, once you get into where anything's better condition, I think it definitely goes for a premium where you're almost, I mean, it might say it's VGX, but I mean, if you grade it and it gets, I mean, you could look for an actual card graded a PSA 4 or something, and it, in my opinion, probably could be cheaper than, you know, the raw card. So it just all depends on your, here's the Vic Wertz. All depends on your preferences, and like I said, I like it for building stuff for sets like this, and then, you know, it can, the good thing is it's $4.99 shipping, but that's either if you buy 1 card or buy, you know, 100 cards. So I usually end up just looking like what sets are getting broken up, especially like I said, stuff coming up on Fridays when it's, you know, the off-grade stuff. And if there's a good batch of them, here's the last one I picked up. There's an Alvin Dark. If there's a good batch of them that I think I could get for a decent price, I mean, if I can pick them all at once and only pay shipping from one place, then it's, you know, beneficial to me. And that way you can find some good deals. Like I said, if you're buying anything that is in a better condition, I definitely think you pay a premium that is equal to or more than the graded copy itself. But so that was 9 cards from 53 Topps. So this was kind of the main thing I wanted to. There was a couple other cards that I lost out on from it. Either I didn't put in a bid high enough, but I mean, I'm happy with what I got and didn't want to overpay for anything. But once I had these cards secured, and then the auctions go off chronologically by year, so I was just looking at other stuff that was ending soon. And I mean, there's, I mean, hundreds or thousands go off every night in a matter of hours. So I mean, every couple seconds there's a new one ticking down. So I mean, I was trying to look quick and find stuff, and so I ended up picking the 2 other ones there before this. But this was once I had got the 53 Topps and then the 2 other cards. I think I threw like $9 or $10 in as a bid on this and ended up getting it then. So I mean, Sandy Koufax, one of my favorite players of all time, and then, you know, another Hall of Famer, Don Drysdale. And my opinion, a very underrated player. I mean, definitely not Hall of Fame caliber, but I feel a very good pitcher. Mostly overshadowed by these two, but still, I think a very good pitcher, and basically, I won't say single-handedly, but I mean, it was one of the main reasons for the the World Series victory in 1955. Pitched 2 complete game wins. Complete game, I think, gave up 1 earned run in game 3, and then in the deciding game 7, pitched a complete game shutout. So Johnny Padres, like I said, in my opinion, a very underrated pitcher. So I thought this card was really cool. I love these combo cards. I mean, I probably value these more than, you know, they actually go for, but I mean, I just think they're really cool. And it's not like a card where, you know, the player's just pictured and it doesn't even say anything. I mean, it has all their names here and it talks about all of them on the back, so I still consider it a card of the player. So these two, the other one is the main one I wanted. This, I think it's missing a little piece of the corner, so I think this ended up going for like $3 or $4, but so definitely with Matt and Tyrus's contest they were doing with combo cards, got to see a lot of different combo cards. I don't think I saw the Dodgers one at all, but definitely saw these 2 cards and this one and a couple of them. And I think for combo cards, I think 58 Topps is, I think, by far the best as far as the images and, you know, players together. So here's the Tigers big bats. This is Harvey Keene and Al Kaline. Like I said, I mean, on a lot of the cards I get where the corners are soft, it's not that much different than that. But I mean, just because the other corners are pretty decent, it definitely looks a lot different missing the tip of the corner there. But I mean, I'm definitely fine with that. Like I said, I think this was around $4, so it's a really cool one there. So this last card is a card of a Hall of Famer that I've been looking for or wanting for a long time now. I don't know if I ever stated in my videos, but definitely anytime somebody showed off a card of this player on one of their videos, I would comment and say, I need a card of this guy, a playing days card of this guy. So while I was starting to look for it, definitely wanted to try and look for one from a set that I was kind of at a decent amount of progress in, or at least somewhat decent, just to add to it. So I was looking at 55 Topps, but it was kind of, you know, at least $100 card. Not something, I mean, I kind of wanted to focus more on the 53 Topps for now, but I just wanted a card of this guy. So it wasn't until that contest, and I can't remember what channel it was, but this was either just in the picks for somebody, or it might have been their favorite. I can't remember for sure, but kind of almost forgot about that he had a combo card like this until then. And then I had that in my head for a little while after I saw it, and then one was ending on that night of auctions, so and then put in a bid in and ended up winning it. So this is the 58 Topps Slugger Supreme, Ted Kluszewski and Ted Williams. So I mean, just a really cool card overall, I think. I mean, obviously you have the sleeveless big clue there with ridiculous arms. And then Ted Williams. Definitely very happy to have picked this up. I don't necessarily say I regret it for sure. If I had it to do again, I don't know. I didn't look it over close enough. Most times, most things with condition, especially if it's just off center or corners or even creasing, if it's, you know, right, not right across the middle of it or something a lot of times, or most of that stuff I could care less about. I just like the discount on it. But so there's a little bit of either paper loss or scuffing or something on his nose here. There's a little bump there. I don't know. So I mean, now seeing it in person, if you look at it, it almost looks like his sunblock or something on his nose. But like I said, don't regret it at all. I don't know. I probably would have just held out to find one, you know, in a lot lesser condition for cheaper or something like that. But I'm still very happy to finally have a Playing Days Ted Williams card. So those are the pickups. In the comments, let me know what your thoughts on any of these cards are, what your thoughts are from Greg Morris, if you pick any cards up from there or actively look for cards from there. If you know, I think that they're overpriced, which I agree that a lot of them are, just depending on condition and everything like that. But just let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and until next time, just remember, any card can be a great looking card, even if it has 4 soft corners. Thank you.